I was 7 years old before I ever heard of either the Angles or the Saxons, but their coming changed my life forever. My name is Lan, and my people were the last of the Britons, the last of the people who lived alongside the Romans before the Angles, the Saxons, and the Norse came and stole our land. Our life before they came was simple and hard, but bearable. We lived in the land which the Romans had called Britannia, but they had left in the time before my grandfather. We had been told tales of their buildings and their warriors, but they were just a story to be told at night when the wolves howled and we listened for the sound of raiders coming for slaves. They were told in the hope that one day they would come back and bring prosperity and security to this land once more. The wall, which the Romans had built, lay many days' travel to the north. We lived in a land called Hen Ogledd. We were the last of the Britons, or so my parents had been told by the king and his warriors, when they had once travelled through our land. I had seen neither him nor his warriors, but my mother and father assured me that he still lived and fought against the slavers and the invaders. My family lived in an old hill fort, which came from before the time even of the Romans. It was called Stanwick, and it had many ditches to protect it and high ramparts. A stream ran through it, and we were comfortable there. There were many families who lived within its defences, but we were not a community. We had little to do with the others. Each family kept to themselves. In times of strife, the men and boys defended the walls, but there was no leader and no clan. We kept a few animals, and our diet was augmented by hunting and gathering. There were 4 in my family. My father was called Hogan. He was a quiet man, but immensely strong. He had sired me when he was little more than a boy himself, for he had been orphaned in a slave raid and had chanced upon my mother, Rada, who had also been left alone when the Northerners raided. They were a well-matched couple. My mother was called Rada for her red hair, and my father swore that she had some of the Hibernian in her. She had a fiery temper. She was also something of a shaman and healer. It was said that she could read dreams. Others said that she was a witch, although they always said that when well out of hearing distance of both of my parents. She had given birth to me when she was but 14. We lived in a harsh world in those days. By dint of my father's hard work, he had served others and earned money enough to buy a few animals. He was also a powerful man with animals and could train them well.